they would say to you, and they would say to all of us, that the United Workers' Party made a mistake in hiring professional people and paying them $1 million to go and do the investigation. You hear that? They would convince you that that was wrong. But you see, they don't know the difference between right and wrong. It was a smart thing to do. Because if you've already had spent $130 million and it was going nowhere, and Kenny Anthony's own report said that they had to spend another $100 million. So that means $230 million. Don't you think the right thing to do is to get professional people to tell you what to do? If you pay peanuts, you're going to get monkeys. That's what you're going to get.
Prime Minister, don't you think that our local engineer association should have some sort of input on the matter?
No.
Why is that?
Because they're an association. I mean, what I don't understand how they would be involved.
Got the report and I went through all of the information.
After all, we were accused of constructing a hospital with no approved plan. For this construction, there is no approved plan, no architectural or structural drawings. I am prepared to hang my hat on that. And if you do have it, I challenge you to bring it to this house. I challenge you to bring it to this house.
An approval in principle for St. Jude's went to the DCA board. It was rejected primarily on the basis of a car park. Where was the car park and this and that? You know what happened? It was an existing hospital with a car park. The entire St. Jude was built without DCA approval. Nobody went down there and stopped it. But this project, which is seeking to follow all the rules, and you know what I said? Go and start the work at St. Jude and let DCA come and give the stop order. Because that is the approach you have to take in this government. And you know what I said? Go and start the work at St. Jude and let DCA come and give the stop order. Because that is the approach you have to take in this government. If we had made the decision from day one when we went in there, by now, St. Jude would have reopened. That is the reality. If we had made the decision from day one when we went in there, by now, St. Jude would have reopened. You can quote me anytime. Anything I say, I stand by. I'm not the kind of person who say things today and tomorrow I say that's not what I said. I feel bad that I will be compared to them in the delivery of St. Jude because it looked like it's going to take us 4 years to do so. Yeah, we are targeting 18 months, but that would be 18 months from commencement date of construction for St. Jude, which we are hoping will be in the coming months, way before this year end, that construction should begin down there. I'm not in the business of putting timelines. I wait on engineers. You see, the same people who are there gave 3 or 4 dates for the opening of the hospital, and they couldn't deliver. What I said was that when we start the work, I expect to be able to finish the work in 6 months. Some very preliminary work will begin next month, but we will be in full construction in January. So you can't see me giving dates about the opening of St. Jude. Okay?
Economic Development Minister and Castries Southeast MP Guy Joseph had made a promise that the government would deliver on St. Jude before the end of its term in office. With the 5-year anniversary of the election observed on Sunday, some say that promise is looking very elusive. Joseph addressed the issue of St. Jude on the Flambeau Forum on Sunday night.
From St. Jude Hospital, they were trying to do something. Again, no plan. That's why I tell you, you must have a plan. If you have no plan, then they say you have plan to fail already. So, we have a plan. We did not try to make a makeshift hospital for the people. We decided that based on what we inherited, that there was no plan for, and we could not bring it to be what the people of Beaufort deserved. We decided, let us build a new St. Jude hospital. Not just a better hospital, but a new hospital for the people of the South. So I want to maybe curtail my presentation at this point in time to say that this Flabo government, under this Flabo leader, has a plan, not just for today, but a plan for the future. If I spend 5 years in this government and I'm not able to open St. Jude, then I should keep my mouth shut when anybody else speaks about St. Jude.